solitaire video. Tonight, we have a deck I know some of you have been waiting for. The Elton John deck. And doesn't this look nice? Anyway, I hope your day has been well and you're ready to relax and play some solitaire. I'm excited about tonight, so let's take out our cards and see what we will be playing with. Ooh, if this is gonna be a pink and purple combo, I'm all for it. So nice suits, fitting face cards, and you know what? I like it. Very good, or very well put together so far. So let's put away our jokers and promos back in their box. And let's get our night underway. And as we do, please get yourselves nice and comfy. And also, if you're a fan of Elton John, what is your favorite song? And then what's your favorite, most obscure song? Let me know. And I'll be honest with you up front. I have not, or I can't name more than like 3 Elton John songs, but I know I've listened to quite a few in my life. That'd be funny if that was a song. So, we'll get into that later. Let's give this deck 2 more good shuffles and begin game number 1. Okay, so Elton John. Thinking on this, I had an idea, but my brain just farted and ran away for whatever reason. Just like a 4-year-old on a playground. Interesting choice of words I made right there. Anyway, Elton John. So I think, sadly, I think the most I've watched of him was a James Corden carpool karaoke. And from that, I liked him a bit, but didn't give it much thought since that was during I don't know, a different time in my life where I wasn't interested in getting into as many new things. And I knew a movie came out a while ago, and I was a little tempted to see it, but I just thought, well, I could just watch it on TV, and it's never been on TV, so what you gonna do about it? I know he is incredibly popular and one of the most beloved glamour rock musicians out there. Get back, Elton. I think this is our 3rd play, so we must wait. So, seriously, leave your favorite songs below, and I'm ready to embrace a bit of the world of Elton John. And I'm surprised I haven't really gotten into that or know as much as I do. I guess I must have missed that part of the British rock scene growing up. Oh well. So far, a good start to our night. And an even better start at that. It's kind of funny, the things I know about Elton John are the things that are a bit more vulgar in a sense. And I think that might be thanks to the Graham Norton show. That show's fun. It's really surprising that I haven't watched, I've probably watched more than I've actively listened to of him. But he seems really fun. As we have our first fat stack of the night. And I think Elton would appreciate a nice fat stack, if you catch my drift. Or would he? Doesn't he have like 5 wives or something? Anyway, good start, all 4 aces down, throw down the last king. And there is our second fat stack. Oh, okay. Good thing we didn't have a king waiting. Besides Rocket Man, what is another one of his nicknames? Just a little question for those of you who are big fans. Feel free to give me as much information as you please about him. I'm one of those types of people that has to restrain myself from learning about certain types of people because I know I'd become too interested and waste a lot of time on something when I shouldn't be wasting any time at all, if you know what I mean. Alright, so put down that 7. And we are now stuck with a 9. Alright. I don't think we can work out of this one, but we'll find out together. That's 7. 8. Jump that 8 over here. And there's a king. Alright, I think that's the nail in the coffin at the moment. Or is it 8, 9, queen, jack? Would you look at that? We just won our first game of the night with a double fat stack. Isn't that cool? Anyway, I remember back when I was probably 14. I've heard a lot about Mike Tyson and that stuff, you know, boxing. Same with other sports like football, soccer, but I knew I couldn't get into it because I'd have to know everything about it. The ins and outs, the history of it, then playing it all together. And I just had to limit a lot of my interests for a bit so I could focus on schooling as we have all the spades and friends, balancing all of that stuff and co-curricular stuff. But anyway, queens with the diamonds. Victory, shuffle time. Let's see how we did. Felt a bit chunky at the beginning. As we have, almost a perfect first start. We recover and recover again. So very good. Victory shuffle as we move into game number 2. I remember the day or the time period when I had to tell myself to stop getting into stuff. So I was in marching band, and there was a football game. And for those of you who don't know, the marching band has these pep tunes that they play, typically anywhere from 5 to 20 throughout a football game that are like pop songs or songs that you'd know by heart. And then like the school alma mater fight song type stuff and the generics. So it was my first year doing marching band, and I was very familiar with a lot of the songs, and I thought, oh, this is fun. And then I heard Black Sabbath, I think it was Paranoid, and I remembered that I knew that song, and that was Black Sabbath. Growing up, it was all about Ozzy Osbourne on MTV. And perfect start. I went home after learning that music, listened to a lot of Black Sabbath, as well as watching concert footage, some bad situations, a little bit of their show. And when you know it was about 4 a.m. in the morning, and I looked at myself in the mirror and thought, you know what? I can't be doing this. So I stopped. singers I avoided, and it wasn't fun. But now I am no, I am ready. Not much ready. I was gonna say open-minded. I guess that applies to learn again. Does anyone else do that? I always feel like I'm a bit of a nutcase when I say that stuff. There we go. And at the moment, if we could get a red 7, that works. We have a promising start to this one. Seriously, I was about to get into David Bowie too, and then I just had to tell myself to stop. You know, I talk to other people who just like music or like who are in band or orchestras, that type of stuff. They're really surprised when I say that stuff. And I know it's kind of like saying, you don't like the Beatles, but instead you don't know David Bowie. Or you can't name a David Bowie, Elton John song. Type of thing. You get what I'm saying? There it is, Fat Stack number 3. So the Elton John deck. I was gonna say Elton Jaundice, but the Elton John deck is surely supplying the fat stacks. As we now have a 777 situation, so we must work to eliminate that. Let's get this one out of the way. Did that surprise anybody? Elton Jaundice? Nobody? Tweet him that, because I have a feeling he's the type who would like to respond. Actually, that'd be pretty funny. Getting tweeted about, or what's it called now? Getting X'd about. Being called Elton Jaundice. You know what? Put that in the comments so I could look back and remember how stupid I am. Okay. Worrisome. This Elton John over there is holding us back quite a bit. And I think it's a bit too much for us to handle. But you never know. Nowhere for that 8, 9, or Jack. No other plays on the field. So we move on to game number 3. Oh my gosh, that was a big yawn. Alright, let's see what we had unturned this time around. Double queens, double 5s. Okay, last question for you, Elton John fans out there. Then we'll kind of go into a more relaxed, quieter part of the video. What is a crazy Elton John story that you know? And a bonus one, if it can include anyone famous or Freddie Mercury. I think Freddie Mercury was a bad dude in multiple senses. So, share it, and I look forward to what you have to say. Alright, game number 3. Let's clear up the field and finally give this deck its rating. So card design, I think we all could agree, is very good, very complimentary. Colors, pleasing back with the piano and the royal E. The face cards, very well detailed, obviously a reference to songs, performances, and the such. The aces have their own little touches. The font is different than the standard, but still just as pleasing and fitting. The texture, honestly, honestly could be better, but still better than average for a bicycle deck. I was a bit worried when the deck opened because it felt a little bit scratchy, but that went away very quickly. So you know what? This deck earns itself an 8.5. Solid. If you like Elton John, definitely get this deck. And I think I got this deck from... oh, I can't remember. I think it was directly from Bicycle. And oh, I was about to say, would you look at this start? But I almost made a bit of a boo-boo. Honey boo-boo. I wonder where that thing's at now. Oh, wow. How did I miss that? Alright, very strong start. So far, games-wise, this Elton John deck is stacked up. And another play to cap that off. Actually, never mind. Still plays to be made. Because we are rolling. Ooh, that's worrisome. Wow. Seriously. Very good night so far. Okay, last thing. Elton John fun facts. Go. Actually, 3, 2, 7, and ace. Fat stack number 4. Let's get this 3 out of here. I think we're good. There is a queen, and we await for our next play another queen. And let's see if we can keep it rolling. There we go. Is this really our 5th fat stack of the night? My goodness, Elton. There we go. Alright, let's see what's next. Nowhere for that 9. And nowhere for that 5, so time to build. And see if we can work ourselves into some plays. 2, 3. Ooh, that's an issue. That's a big issue. No 3 of hearts. Can't move this without the 4 of diamonds. And that's a tough way to end it, as there's nowhere for this 9 and 5, but almost every card underneath would have a spot. This close. But regardless, a very, very great night so far. 1 win, 5 fat stacks, and more to come. Here we go. Let's do a casino shuffle, come to think of it. surprisingly, a decent start by the looks of it. And I don't know about you, but I got hit by a pretty big sleepy bug, thankfully. Wow, that was a much longer dry spell than I thought was going to happen. Very surprising. I thought this game had the potential to go long, but nowhere for that king, queen, 2, jack, 4, or 9. So we move on to our final game of the night. Yes, we could do this, but leads to nothing. Kind of surprising. Our first little stinker so far. So let's see the cards left unturned and move on to our final effort. Double sevens, double threes, double aces, and double eights. That was our first game without a fat stack either. Not even close to one, come to think of it. Right, one more shuffle, and we'll begin. So let's clear up the field. And let's do this. I don't know. Those twos are a little bit troublesome. So we'll see. Ooh, now it's triple twos. I don't know. Let's find out together. some surprising help from a couple of aces. Make that 4 aces. Okay. Things are about to get interesting. So one thing's for sure, no more fat stacks on the night. But the win is still on the table. Let's go with the lower stack so we can find another king, hopefully, to place down. Ooh. I don't like this. I hate when this happens. Let's go over here. Just because we are in need of plays as well. And it looks like at the moment we may have made the right decision. Okay, this is different. 6, 5, another 5. Make that triple 5s. Okay, we're gonna put down this king. And we now have all 4 kings down. Oh wait, we must wait for that 4. I believe we had it last time as well. Show us a black 10. That works. And that works. Alright, much better spot. Now it just comes to the luck of the cards. Ooh, let's go 4. 4 and 10. And you know what, my friend? Just like we started our night, we end it with a win. Now tell me, that is not the perfect bookend to this one. Alright, let's finish stacking up our cards and do our final victory shuffle of the night. Oh my gosh, I thought I put the wrong ones down for a second. So we officially add 2 more wins and 5 fat stacks to our totals on our way to 1,000. And it's time to do our victory shuffle as we have all of the spades and clubs, ace to king. Next, the hearts, followed by the diamonds. Let's do this. Alright, so a little chunky to start. I guess not. And I guess so. Do we recover? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, ace. Kind of like our start to the night. We end strong. And we started strong, so my friend, that was the Elton John deck. A very good deck all around. I liked it, and I hope you did too. So with all of that being said, please have yourself a relaxing remainder of your night. Many sweet dreams, and until we meet again, stay safe and eat your fruits and vegetables.